it was a lot. I've not said this before and all of that.
On camera, I've never said before. Camera.
Yeah. It was a lot my final year.
What was a lot?
That was like my peak, in comedy. I was on every stage, doing everything, performing in 100 level variety nights, every
stage brought on that stage.
every stage.
Even drama night.
Drama nights too.
Okay. So we're like main cast that.
Yeah, it was main cast.
There was somebody that.
Yeah, that was the lady.
That was the lady that was like your.
Co-cast. Don't indulge me.
Wait, there was someone that was the lady that was like your.
Yes.
Okay, and that was the peak of your.
Yes.
Shouldn't be doing this publicly.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to like, because there are some men that may identify with me because some of you are not being in relationships. So it was difficult. I'm sorry. I will say this on camera because it happened. There was one of the ladies that was talking to me at that time, and I told her, I said, "What is this thing I was doing? I have a girlfriend." She asked me so. So this thing you're saying is actually true. Ladies know what they are doing, but ladies always want to get what they want. Do you understand? And me not being someone that is a strong person,
So
right now.
Now you're admitting that you cheated and you're blaming it on the cheating.
I'm not blaming it on the cheating.
But you are weak.
Is it first? It's not this thing that we are doing. So this is
Anastasia, stop.
I'll
I'm coming for you.
This is
Anastasia.
I'm not strong.
Like that Rema's video. Auntie.
Like tweet to me. I'm not strong.
But it always, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I broke that relationship with that lady. The lady now took it to another level and started dragging me on Twitter after all I've done for you. I can't wonder, say.
But she did a lot.
She did actually
eat her food though. Like she will buy food for him. He will now bring. Then the boys as an elder.
She used to cook for you,
bro.
Okay, this one.
No, not cooking, but so.
But the problem I had, my friends were not advising me. You were eating our food too.
No, no, don't say that. I ate the food, but I advised you against eating. It's getting no. I ate food.
Different thing. At that time, the girl had a boyfriend.
Okay, so what she was saying, I'm
Give me a beer.
At that time, the girl had like a boyfriend, So, but I had a girlfriend too. She liked me. I liked her back.
That's your girlfriend?
No,
the other girl.
The situationship.
No, Anastasia.
The situationship.
Okay.
She liked me. I like her back. But I told her that, see, we need to stop all these things because of the partners we have. The next week, she came to meet me and told me that she has broken up with her boyfriend. And that, so what am I going to do? This is why they talk, it'd be like a film. I swear, I was in a tight corner. I didn't know what to do.
So the thing is,
I don't care acting secret.
So this is where no. So actually, let's take this seriously. Just like Iwaki has said, and me and somebody else, we had a discussion outside. Everybody knows what they are doing, and it's just best you cut it off
from the beginning,
from where it's going to. You get. So you see that, okay, I have a girlfriend, but I'm spending time. Probably because the girlfriend is not within your vicinity. You can't see her. Boundaries as well. You can't see her, but you're spending time with this person. You're always talking with this person. You guys are always together.
Hey, that was my problem. That was the situation.
So you like the rush.
So
the rush
guys did there. So you see that these things are happening. You're an adult. You know what you're doing. You now keep entertaining till you reach the point of you're in a tight corner.
But it's easier to say. It's easier to say. This thing you're saying, I said it to one of my guys. It happened to me.
From the conversation that we were having.
Which fulfillment was still raised.
I know, and I was talking about like from the beginning. There are just some certain things that you do so that you don't get to that point where, because you might look at yourself and say, no, I can never do this. You don't know.
You don't know.
That's it. You don't know.
Pastor Nelson tell me something, say you shock yourself.
So yes, you really don't know. You really don't know what you can do until
it happens.
You are faced with some certain situations. So from the beginning, like you start talking to somebody and you know that you have it. It just has to be a decision, first of all, for you as a man. What kind of man do you want to be? Do you want to be a man that is faithful to his partner or not? And sometimes when I'm thinking about these things, I'm thinking about the future, not just now, not just maybe because of the fact that I have a girlfriend. I'm also thinking about the fact that I would have a wife one day. If I cannot control myself at this stage, if I can't discipline myself at this stage, who says I can discipline myself when I get married? So for me, it's like from this standpoint, I want to be that man that can control and discipline himself. So when I'm faced with those situations where, okay, there's somebody coming to my DM and I know that, oh, there's someone, you know, even if there's nobody, if you know that you don't really want to be with this person, or there are some certain things you don't want to do with this person, just cut it off from the beginning. But do your best. Don't entertain it. It's easier from that stage if you can close your eyes and just cut that thing from when it's starting. Because you say you don't know, but you know. The moment she makes that first statement that sounds like she's flirting, you already know. You can tell. Why not throw it off? Everybody's wise. They will get the message eventually.
You guys are good men.
No, I actually, but I have a other side to what Awa is saying now. Because I understand what Tolu is saying. Now, I've not been this now. But
and it become like 1 meal.
Yeah, so
see,
when at that stage, Tolu was like in where we were in school. Tolu was actually at the peak in his career. If Awa is saying that when something like that is happening, you should cut it off. You know, it's very easy for the lady to spiral it around and say, "Oh, that's not actually what I was saying. No, I'm just talking to you like we are very good friends." And she can go,
They were actually working on the project.
Yeah, and she can go around and say, "Oh," or she can go around and say, "This boy played me. Oh, that's how I do with girls. He just leads me on and falls me." So what in that kind of situation, if something happens, what do you do?
So this is what I was saying. If you lead somebody on, you yourself, you will know that you led the person on. That's just the truth. You can't. There's no.
Do you agree with
yes, you can't be saying I did not know what I was doing.
Afilaka is guilty as charged.
No,
He doesn't escape now.
you say you.
Okay. What if I now say that it was lady that started it?
No, I agree.
Okay, so
it can be any party. It can be any party that starts it. But you. But see, let me say for you now, you want to start it. A thought will enter your head. You know, there's a conversation that you should, let me just say, maybe she'll ask, "Have you eaten today?" That evil, stupid thought.
She didn't even ask me. I'll get to my bed and I'll see food.
Just wait.
She pressed my mumu button. I was a fool.
I'm trying to give an example. She said something like, she said something like, "Have you eaten today?" And that thought enters your head to say, so I hope I can say something on the post. That thought enters your head to say, okay, let me say, "No, I've not eaten, but I want to eat you." So when you say that kind of stuff, you have already opened the gateway.
You said, "I swear to look at
so from the process of that thought, it starts with when it enters when it enters your head like that, right? Don't say it. Do you understand? But if she makes that kind of statement, you already know what it is. You're not a child. If this is something that you truly don't want, and you're determined the kind of person you want to be,
this is it's easier said than done. I wish I can pour my heart on this podcast to tell you.
No, I know that it's easier said than done. But do you know what can help you? I said at the core, sit down and think about the kind of person you want to be.
But at that time I was very young. So
and another thing too, all these entertainers, apart from even looking at the big stars, you know, they get a lot of attention.
Female attention, yeah.
So sometimes too, like he said, it's easier said than done.
Yeah. Like, see, there's a way you can test somebody's discipline.
Guys, we can't keep saying it's easier said.
No,
but like he said, eventually
it depends on
it's on what you decide to say. I want to be this.
At the end of the day, you have to put systems in place. You know, I tell some people, like, be transparent enough. Like, I have people that I can talk to when I realize myself that, bro, it's like I'm lapsing. I have people that I can run to their DM and tell them, bro, this was happening before it's too late. And they talk.
He has done that to me too. And I've done that.
They talk sensitive, and I let them know. I let them in on what is going on, so that they can always.
Do you advise me?
Niggas confirm.
So that's a system you can put in place. Another system you can put in place. You just tell yourself, I'm not going to, entertain any leading conversation. I'm not going to, as much as possible, I'm not going to say anything that I know can lead to something. If you stop it from there, you're not going to get to that point where you will now be reasoning, oh, she just broke up with her boyfriend. What do I do now? Or, you find yourself in a tight corner and
it's
all of
possible
that.
for you to have people that you answer to and say do what's
Like me now. It was
Still
still
like,
You guys are not understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying have systems in place
to cut off certain things.
I'm not saying mistakes are inevitable or like you won't make mistakes, but I'm saying that as a person, you can surround yourself with systems, you can surround yourself with things to ensure that you don't find yourself in those kinds of situations.
Okay.
Do you understand?
This situation, what kind of system? This system thing, you can always throw it around. So now, apart from having friends or mentors that you can,
This girl was just.
He reported himself to Ebuka Mike. Ebuka Mike was our senior then, as at the time. He's both on the
comedy level and
spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
So you told Ebuka Mike about this thing. We, your friends, although we ate the food, but we still.
Sorry, I want to ask a question. Sorry, you told Ebuka Mike about this thing at what level?
At the level beginning stage. Ebuka even observed. Ebuka say this thing people are doing, you need to stop it too.
So at the end of the day, be like you said, it was his weaknesses. How do you speak that English?
There's nobody that is not weak. When you know yourself. If you know that,
yeah,
I have a problem with this thing. That's why I say at the core of it, think of the kind of person you want to be.
The bigger picture.
That's the bigger picture. These things will help.
Hey, why not the face? Why not the face?
like that word.
No, but I respect this conversation. Only when I speak to guys and we talk about this cheating thing.
Yeah.
First thing they say is, I'm African men. We are polygamous in nature.
That's why
The women are not supposed to cheat. But this conversation is shout out to everyone. So